this just a bit closer to me. I think we're good to go. Welcome everyone to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. I'm your host, Ale Wolf, otherwise known as Ales Gentleman Streamer, Beer Goggles 21, the excellence of an execution. And how are you all doing this evening? And welcome back, friend of the stream, In I Go. Good to see you. I guess for those of you that were here with us earlier, including our friends In I Go, we were playing Super Metroid and actually finished that campaign. So if you're interested in seeing how much somebody can cheese a final boss, please tune into that. Tonight, however, we are going back into the world of Travis Strikes Again. Last time we actually finished the main campaign, but this time we are picking up the ball or the sword, as one would say, with Shinobu Jacobs, who is part of the DLC for this particular part of the game. So there's lots to do. There's one more final death ball that I guess we have to complete, and maybe complete the story of Travis Strikes Again. And who knows where this road might lead us to, or rather, who knows where this rabbit hole might take us into. But yeah, it's Thursday night. I apologize that I am horribly late. I should have started about 45 minutes ago, but you know what? When you're having a good conversation, it's very difficult to just say, you know what, I gotta go stream. The responsibilities of everyday life, as you can imagine, and time well spent, as I always say. It is always how to say, having a good conversation with somebody close to you is always cultivates the mind, the spirit, and the soul. And here we go. Just for your information, I go in with Travis, higher level killer marathon, the hardest one. Unless you like the challenge, I'll watch. So I was actually thinking about what to do with this particular campaign, because I think you were still there when I was flip-flopping with Shinobu, and of course he was horribly under-leveled, and the note that I wrote to myself after finishing that session was level up Shinobu. So I might actually just do some leveling up with her first, see how she plays at the very least, before actually just moving on with Travis. Who knows? I still am thinking about potentially trying to 100% this game. I'm not 100% set on it. So yeah, that's kind of where my mind is at. But before we get down to brass tacks, I don't actually know what brass tacks is. Let's go ahead and talk about what's on tap tonight. This is a Radberger Pilsner, and it is a German Pilsner. Let's see if we can actually read anything from here. Well, no, most of it is actually in German, but it does say imported from Germany. So what exactly is a Pilsner? Well, it's actually one of the most common pale lagers, originated from the Czech Republic, from the city of Pilsen. Funny enough, that's actually how you call Pilsners in Spanish. You could just call them Pilsen. And they have a very light taste. They're one of the most common basic types of lager, in the sense that they're different from ales. Ales are top fermenting, and that is where I get my name. Whereas lagers, which are bottom fermenting, Lager Wolf just didn't sound quite right. And what that means is, of course, that the yeast actually drops to the bottom of the fermentation tank when that is actually happening. They also happen to ferment at a cooler temperature, whereas an ale can ferment slightly under room temperature. A lager specifically requires slightly cooler temperature. And I don't have certainly somewhere between room temperature and refrigerator temperature, if that makes any sense to you. Cellar temperature, if you will. Maybe slightly cooler than cellar temperature. Anyways, point of the matter is, this allows the beers that are generated from that process to have a lighter texture. They're certainly a little more crisper, and they're very enjoyable. This is actually where a lot of commercial lagers stem from, except American commercial lagers are terrible. There I said it, hot take, not really. Um, Radenberger is not necessarily one of the breweries that I encountered during my one single sole trip in Germany, but it is something that I've certainly come to respect. And maybe it's simply because the German tradition for beers. As you might recall, Germany follows the Reinheitsgebot, which suggests that beers cannot have any more than four ingredients, that being water, yeast, hops, and of course the grains or malt. And so, because of these particular limitations, they've actually been able to perfect the beer that they craft. So, let's see what Untapped has to say about Radeberger Pilsners before we actually move on. And we're going to switch to. Okay. Radeberger Pilsner. I've had it about 4 different times already with a very slim 4.8% alcohol by volume. What are you eating? Have some bread, will you? Crowned the official drink by King Friedrich August III of Saxony, Radeberger, a Pilsner-style beer brewed near Dresden, is characterized by its dazzling and refreshing taste, and has long been enjoyed by German nobility. And that's certainly a very historical take on what the Radeberger Pilsner is. Not necessarily informative in terms of a taste profile, but you know what? We'll go with it. I do like the notion that I may potentially be drinking something that German nobles actually had in the past. So let's go back to intermission and actually have a taste of this. If you actually caught that, I've actually had this particular beer a number of times. So this is nothing particularly new to me. But you know what? Every single helping is a different experience. And I am doing a very poor job of pouring this one. I've got a gigantic head on this, and which makes me sad. Well, at the very least, we can probably go ahead and take a gander at this. This is very clear, very much transparent. It's got a nice golden color to it. Very light bubbling formation, kind of like a champagne, but if you underwhelm the bubbling by 10 times. And let me see if I can just get that nose. It certainly smells of noble hops. Very, very classical hop smells. Nice steeliness to it. Very solid grains. And nothing more than that. Like I said, lagers actually are very clean in terms of very uniform, at least from my perspective, in terms of what to expect from a flavor and aroma profile. Bang and nail, dear viewer. And so again, very light. I want to say on a scale of 1 to 5 in terms of body, a 1 out of 5. Certainly good steeliness, very light, but not too bitter. Some good solid grains there, but it is very much like if you were to take ham cubed, you can actually taste what that ham tastes like. But if you slice it, there's no room for escape for that flavor. But yeah, just very refreshing, I would say overall. Very light, very refreshing. If I were to compare it to any soft drink, I would say a very good pink lemonade in terms of a beer. Alright, so with that, let me go ahead and update my ticker. And there goes that change right there. I'm gonna go ahead and check this in. I don't know that I have too many thoughts on this, other than to say exactly what I just said. You know what? No need to drive at anything fancy here. Okay, so let's go ahead and move forward here. And it is, as Travis notably has said, it's game time. And let's go ahead and turn back the desktop.
Sweet dreams, huh?
How did you find?
You think you could get away from me?
So like I suggested earlier, really what we're going to start doing is trying to level up Shinobu for a bit, see how she plays, and if it seems like an insurmountable task, we might simply just skip that and move on with Travis. There's Batman sleeping on the job, as usual. And Shinobu. Oh wait, I think I vaguely remember that this is just the ending. I should not talk to her. I have got to stop doing this.
Hey, quit fucking around.
Yeah, I know.
Moe.
Hopefully this gets us back into the trailer. No need to save right now. And there's Jean. I wonder if you can actually change Shinobu's outfit in any way. It doesn't seem like it. I wish there was a way to actually determine whether or not you've actually rated every ramen. It seems like I did. Well, at the very least, as far as I can tell. Let's see if we can actually find some truth in some more of these faxes before we move on. I think we started reading some of them last time, but then I just kind of got tired of them. So number 10,401. Barricaded inside the lab, Juvenile had no intention of reverting the system back to normal, nor of leaving that room alive. But I loved her, and I just had to get her out of there alive no matter what. That meant that I was left with but one choice. I had to join and assist her. I convinced my superiors to give me 1 more week, and during that time I created a dummy program to make it look as though I had reverted all programs back to their normal functions. Then, I created backdoors to all of the government systems, obtained untraceable credit cards and fake passports, and we simply walked out of the lab as if it was all normal. I had bought us several days worth of time till the dummy program would be noticed. Honestly, it was exciting. We just walked out, and then we ran. I'll continue this later. God bless America. K. And I think this is the, you know what, we'll read 402 and then we'll move on. Once we left the lab, we immediately went underground. It's been about 20 years since we've first gone on the run? How did we manage to support ourselves, you ask? The answer is extremely simple. We stole information. We installed a special device into the keyboards of the CIA's top officials, which let us see exactly what they were typing in real time. Then we sold that info off to various countries. Later, we simply sold the device itself to different people. It brought us pretty good money. There were even hackers who provided us with safe places to stay. During that time, the CIA tried out all sorts of measures to restore the system, but to no avail. Juvenile and I hopped around various hackers' hideouts, while digital anarchists around the world helped us to continue to keep the system in ruin. But it wouldn't last forever. God bless America. K. Some backstory to the state of things. And okay, I think we're good. I think let's go ahead and maybe we'll just play maybe the penultimate level. I don't really want to go into CIA again, to be honest with you. I mean, I might maybe later. Let's try Serious Moonlight.
Master.
Dead Drive. Sure, let's just start it. I really like the outfit she's sporting. It's very much from that Bruce Lee movie. Shadows of the Damned is a famous action game where two guys named Garcia and Johnson fight demons. I've entered the world of the sequel. I couldn't care less about this game, but I guess I'm just gonna have to deal. And in terms of leveling up, how far is she? She's at level 3. And everyone else is at level 15 essentially. So can we in one night get Shinobu all the way to level 15? I don't know. So she's got, let's see, the wing chip, the turn A chip. For a short time, this is the Gecko Ken, which is Shinobu's sonic sword. Then launch a powerful kick attack. Okay, so let's give this a shot. But in terms of like things that I've completed, so Electric Thunder is completely good. So is Life is Destroy, thank God. Coffee and Donuts, it's okay. I guess I didn't get all the Azteca stones, but I don't recall what those are even used for, if I'm perfectly being honest with you. Golden Dragon GP is fine. Killer Marathon is okay. Maybe I should go back to Coffee and Donuts now that I think about it. So is Serious Moonlight. Ah, the CIA. We're missing one Azteca stone. So there's good reason to go back to, what is it? Coffee and Donuts and CIA. But in terms of skill chips, I think we're fine. And of course, Killer Marathon is completely, everything that we need to get is not, we have not gotten. but she does feel a little bit lighter than Travis or Batman. In the sense that it is a little easier to roll with her. Or at least it seems like she's got a few more invincibility frames. Seriously? Okay, I think we need to switch that. Jesus. Yes. There's a turret, that's the problem. Okay. At least the turrets are gone. These guys are ridiculous. I can't believe I haven't destroyed a single one. Where are you guys? I think I need more practice with the Genkoken. Okay, down one goes. Okay. To get rid of these punks. Range. Okay, I think it's time to change characters. Please just change characters. Alright.
I'll be back.
It seems that at the very least I was about to destroy the guy with her. So that's good. Let's see if I have enough to actually level her up.
No way.
One level. Talk about luxury. And so White Sheep Man was the boss that we were looking for all along, huh? Anyways, let's go to Coffee and Donuts. I think it makes more sense for us to do that. Let's go ahead and save. A trip to the John is always exactly what we need. That is some high quality H2O. Oh, I didn't actually mean to do that. But maybe I did. Sorry, I'm still fixated on the ramen thing. Maybe it's the sound cue that suggests. Okay, now I can definitely be sure that every single one I have thumbed up. So yeah, let's go back to Coffee and Donuts, see if we can find that Azteca stone.
You will decorate my blade.
Coffee and donuts, two things that well, let's see, one thing that I cannot live without, and one thing that I do live without, but so sorely crave. You know, for a moment there I thought that I was going to be accompanied by both Travis and Batman, but I guess they do strictly keep it to two people. Yeah, I guess let's just go through them in order. Oh, get over here, you. And like I said, it does seem like Shinobu can sidestep out of danger a lot easier than either Travis or Batman. Nice, not too bad. Oh, come on. Oh no. Woe is me. Oh, I missed it.
Black Monday. Get cooking.
Of course. Here we go.
Get at
Seriously, more? Okay, we're switching. That is wild.
I'll be back.
Okay. Some clues for trouble. Come on, just batting these guys away. I like how he just like swats back and forth like, out of my way, lest I flog you. Go even higher. What's over here? No? down and out. Looks like there's one more left. Down he goes. So we were here before. Let's go up. Nice. What was back there? Could I actually... Nah, it doesn't seem like it. What are we doing here? And only one barrier was directed. Directed. And that's the end. I'm very curious as to what that location over there was. Could we have actually bum rushed it? Maybe if we do the quick move, that might actually help. Let me try that again. Can I level up still? Ah, not yet. It's gonna be a while, huh? Welcome back, and I go. So what I decided to do was to go through some of the older levels to try and get some experience for Shinobu. And it clearly seems like it's gonna take a while. But you know what? We've got time. We've got time. I don't know if the wing chip really falls with her style. Skull-shaped turret. The one thing that I have issues with this thing is just the fact that it only points in one direction. I wish it was like heat-seeking or something like that. Sucks energy from nearby characters and converts it to attack energy. Hold button to suck energy, then release to fire. I don't think I've ever actually used that. And there's a self-chip. Makes you invisible to enemies. Now that might be cool to just use. Well, it wears off after attacking, so maybe not as useful. Sets up a special bomb that sends enemies up and knocks them away when they're hit. Destroy chip. Dissipates after a certain amount of... So this is like just a wall, the V2 chip. This might be cool to put on her. Psycho chip. And then the 00 chip, which is the quick dash. Yeah, why not? Let's see. So bro, I'm a bit nervous. I need your point of views again. Sure, fire away, and I go. I am but happy to provide my very amateurish thoughts on real life problems. Why did I even switch characters?
To battle.
Actually, let me check my skills on all the other guys. What is this? So that's the psychokinesis one, heavy chip. Slow down the Physalis chip, and then the unicorn chip, which actually sucks slaps from everybody. Let's replace this with like a Travis only chip. Attack power increases. And then this is the one where it actually shoots. Let's go with that. And then for Batman, the Strike Freedom is nice. Triple Crown, I love that one. Just drink some beer, you know? Let's go and put the Physalis chip on Batman, since he earned it. Ah. And then let's put the Triple Crown here. Beautiful. I didn't mean to recharge. Jeez. Better take it defensively here. I'm about to croak. And honestly, at this point, I'm kind of just making time until that healing chip returns. There you go. Oh, come on. Don't be so hard. If there's definitely something that frustrates me no end in this game, is just the enemies that have ridiculous shields. And it's not because of the idea of shielding enemies, it's just the fact that getting around enemies can sometimes be less than optimal.
Bloody Sunday!
Okay, let's get out of the way here. Oh wow. I'm gonna meet who I've just been anticipating and focused on. Emphasis on focused. Then a new girl who is also the same nationality and thick as well. I got to know online far away, though, and got her number and we got phone sex. Okay? She thinks I'm an 8 out of 10. That's a solid ranking. And she's into me, but she derailed my focus now, getting a little ambitious and weird when the girl who I've actually met in real life, I've lost the feeling of wanting her. I don't like that. Just been so for her online girl, made me lose those feelings right now. If I want to focus on what's realistic. Well, that's certainly a complex situation, and you certainly never fail to deliver on these scenarios in I Go. I guess in times like this, I would probably think of that old proverb that suggests bird in hand counts more than what is it? Several birds flying away, or something to that effect. But you know, the notion is just the idea that if you have something that is certain, it is better to put your invest into that rather than something that is not as great of a certainty. I think, at least from what you described last time, if I recall correctly, that you felt like you had a real connection with this person, and that in person they certainly seem to be a bit more realistic. Which is not to say, of course, that the new person that you met, you didn't actually have good, strong chemistry with. It certainly seems to me, at the very least, that while it may have potential, it does not, from the things that you have told me, mean that you should necessarily forego what you already found. That is a very conservative take, and I understand that is incredibly difficult for somebody to do. But at the very least, that's how I think about it. I feel like there's a lot of times where I forge connections with people who I have very little interaction with, and it is simply because of the ways in which they make me feel in certain very specific aspects of who I am. That they see it that way, or that they are real connections, I don't know, and I don't know that I've ever given myself the chance to explore them, but I can certainly, at the very least, speak heartily about the connections that I make with the people that I interact with every day. I don't know that helped anything, but and you probably didn't need to hear that. You're probably like, oh, hey, he's probably just going to give you the conservative approach and say, stick with what you have. And unfortunately, that's mostly what I've mustered here. Yeah, so I don't know that I've enlightened anybody here. I don't know that I should dissuade you from doing whatever your heart tells you, because at the end of the day, that's kind of the master that we all satisfy. But it does bear thinking. I just feel like maybe I've lived too long, and maybe I'm just the type of person that doesn't want to give up on something that I know is real. Even in the very way. One thing that I like to say is, when you're young, which I am not, you chase after what's exciting because what's exciting is good. That never changes, but what you end up valuing more is what is tangible and what's real, what you see every day, what you can actually grasp, what you can actually see. Yeah, I don't know how to explain that, but that's kind of how I think about it. Alright, so let's see if we can actually read that body trap. like the level designs in Coffee and Donuts. There's just like these barren, like post-apocalyptic type of locations. Oh no, these fish creatures. They're roughly linear. Means that I can strike a lot of enemies if I really need to. Oh no. Okay, so yes, I know I want to stick with what I have, but I want to be appropriate by losing all those other feelings for the new person and put them back to what's real. How can I do that? Okay, so I'm going to propose a completely different way of thinking at this time. One of the things that age has taught me is that for as much as one wants to say, you know what, I love one person and they are my better half, those feelings are not necessarily all the time for every person exclusive, and sometimes it is possible to harbor similar feelings for other people. Now, you know, you're gonna get into the realm of like, loving multiple people and things like that. And I can't speak to that. I have no experience in such a realm. But I will say that it is very difficult to impose on yourself, you know what, only have these particular feelings for one person. It is incredibly difficult. So if that is what you're asking of yourself, I can't say that you are going to, well, for lack of a better term, succeed cleanly. I will say it is always going to be a tough call, and if your feelings for one person are nurtured sufficiently in such a way that they supersede those for other people, great and wonderful, and that's how you feel. Unfortunately, sometimes it's more about yes, focusing on the feelings that you have for one person, and I wouldn't necessarily say letting go of the feelings that you have for other people, rather knowing that they are there, knowing that they exist within you, but knowing that there is something stronger out there. Yeah, I'm glad that you agree. Like I said, I can't speak to these things. All I know, I can tell you from my very juvenile, experiences, in the sense that, even though I have even though I have had solid partners in the past, I almost knocked my microphone there. I have never been able to not say, you know what, I have not crushed on somebody else at the same time. It's just human. That's just how that goes. Oh, come on, you fish. Yeah, you should definitely be nicer to yourself. I certainly agree. Alright, I'm gonna equip a quickness chip here. Alright. Because, man, I have just been thinking about this girl all week, and today those thoughts went away, and I want to not rob myself of a really good experience. I mean, it's definitely got to be challenging. I certainly don't disagree. But again, I kind of just default to the idea of you found something real. At the very least, you should see it through to the end. And yes, if I'm not going to give you a number like, oh, after a couple of meets you're not clicking anymore, then let it go. But I think that within yourself you'll discover, oh, hey, maybe these are not the real feelings that I had. And and maybe you can continue and explore this this second relationship. What was I doing? Clearly, I'm too wrapped up in my own thoughts here. No, that's not what I was doing. Did I need to level up? Thank you. You are welcome. I have given you nothing that most smart people cannot elaborate on in far more eloquent terms. I have very little experience with these things, and I can only speak to the top of my intelligence, which, as you have already determined, is very small. I think I wanted to change chips. I think that's what I wanted to do. Oh, the turning. Oh, yes, it's a quick chip. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Which is the 00. The nice thing about this particular chip is the fact that it is actually very quick. And that's okay. Trying to perform like a rolling dash or something. How was that? Can I do it midair actually? I know that once I move on from here, it's not gonna let me go back. That's the problem. Okay, maybe that's not the way. Okay, so maybe not. Maybe these are not the droids that you're looking for. Haha, that is a Star Wars reference. Let's go back to using the V2, which seems to have been working out quite well thus far. It's funny, she needs 2 splashes to defeat them, whereas right now Travis can take them down with a single one. And down they go. Alright, let's charge up. Let's take a quick pit stop. And just a second here. Okay, I think we're good. Ah, we made it out of the level with Shinobu, which is in itself a feat. Let's see if we can actually level up now. Could we reach the awesome level of 5? Ah, the pain, the pain, the pain. Sure, certainly would be nice if there was a way to tell if in each of these levels that you had collected whatever stack of stones. getting... I should really activate that part with me. Suda would be proud of what you're doing, trying to evenly spread out your level to each character. You might find that cute, especially how you are replaying to farm XP in other worlds. Well, you know what? If he actually suggested anything like that to me, it would be an honor, and it would probably be the greatest accomplishment of my life, even if it was like a tweet or something like that. It is also just artificially expanding my time with this game. I think that despite the fact that I do feel that certain levels have been, for a lack of a better term, grinding. I don't know that I'll ever get tired of the style that's infused into a lot of these battles. It is very satisfying to just cut through enemies. And I think that I do like the implementation of this new character. Like I said, I do find her just a bit quicker, so if I can spend just a bit of time using her, maybe once she's powerful enough, then it'll actually be nice to have like a trio of characters for that final level. Yeah, if I could get 3 level 15 characters for that final level, I think that would set me up for success. Of course, I have been wrong before, so there's that. Gotta get those Azteca stones, as they say. How about now? Yes, I think now is the time. Boom. I've actually started to think about what I should be playing after I finish Travis Strikes Again in this particular, my quote-unquote modern gaming block. It would be very easy to just simply go into Heroes 3, but I think I need a break. I need to space these out. I just can't figure out what just yet. Drop there, is it simply going to kill me? Yes. fight. Oh, come on. How could they dig up like that? Old ales is not long for this world. Oh, come now. Okay, I think this is about time to change characters. Let's go, Batman.
Time to knock out a homer.
Batter up. I will say there is something very satisfying about doing the bat. It just feels very crunchy. Alright, I don't know that Batman had a great performance here, but you know what? I will definitely accept his inebriation. That's the exit. Now I kind of feel like we need to redo this and not take the way down. And for those of you just tuning in, we are still enjoying a Radburger Pilsner from Germany, otherwise known in the old days as Prussia. Wish I had a third recharge chip. Actually, I think if I save my game, I'll recharge my character. So let's go back to 202 in just a second. Quickly to the toilet. Now that's hairy legs. Okay, so if we change back to Shinobu.
Engage.
Yeah, so wait, does she go into the toilet? Ah, very clever. I am glad that the idea was not to needlessly sexualize our esteemed friend Shinobu. Oh, why did I do that? So I guess that does actually take away some health, even though it doesn't actually kill me.
Go to hell.
Let's
Move
charge
away.
up. I think it's funny that, as far as I can tell from story perspective, the reason why Shinobu says Moe is simply because Travis said it. Sonic Boom. Alright, so that's the way that we did before. Let's just keep going. Oh, come on, I totally missed it. Oh, I keep missing that thing. Okay. I think it's really a single target. Okay, charge up. That was wild. Okay. And then this one says down, of course. I wonder if that simply drops us to the place where we were fighting. Trying to kill this guy before he attack us. Oh, come on. There he goes. Okay. And down we go. This world's slowest donut. And I think that's where we came from last time. So I guess not really much to see, unfortunately. So that was 202. Let's go to the John and recharge. Keep moving. I'm supposed to have enough to level up. No, I think we need about 2,000 for the next level. I'm starting to think that the most effective way to do this would be to go back into the CIA level. Yeah, as much as I dislike that idea. Considering the fact that there's a ridiculous amount of enemies there, I think it's a little more feasible. It is also the fact that in CIA, as far as I can tell, you can only play as Travis. So there is that self-imposed limitation. Oh, the games we play.
Whew.
Fixing the camera here a bit. I guess that's okay. Yes, yes. Might as well just go through the starting point. I don't know that I want to spend that much time here, but if it can get us at least a couple more levels, it might be sufficient to satisfy my need to get this experience. And we've already gone through this, so no need to actually replay the tale. Tale is all this time. So we got the shining chip, the heavy chip. And this was specifically because we had the Physalis chip, if I recall correctly. And of course the unicorn chip. Nutsberry milk blancmange. Maybe let's replace this one with something else. So we've got 2 distance attacks. Well, 3 distance attacks. Now that I think about it, it might make more sense to equip the Physalis, since it allows for multi-hits. Maybe give the blueberry cheese brownie another shot. Yeah, let's go with that. But actually, let's put this the Pistolus over here. It makes a little more sense from my own perspective. Let us fight. Might have been an item there, but we probably collected it during our standard run. Solid Radburger. A Pilsner as crisp as serious moonlight. Juice. Oh no. What? Where's my... trying to remember why this level was so frustrating.
Blueberry cheese brownie.
And I certainly got the strength to like push him back. I can't debate it all.
Not wearing up my mind.
There it goes. Okay, made it to the first toilet. What a luxury. Alright, let's see how much experience I've gotten from... Okay. Excellent. Boom.
Nice.
Next one will be 2250. Alright. Well, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Who knows if I have enough juice to make it all the way to the second toilet. Oh no, this is where the pain begins. No, I don't want to talk to the chicken. Oh, come on.
Oh, egg. Blueberry cheese brownie.
These guys are such pests. And so sure, let's go ahead and recharge here.
Ooh.
Fortunately, unlike using a bonfire in Elden Ring, this does not reset enemies. Move out of the way. Where did it go? Wait, actually, is this the same place we were before? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, much better. Here you go. There you go. Almost a no-win situation, but of course the
This
win
game
situation would have
sucks.
been if I would have actually played that carefully. Again, this cockpit is still leaking. You know what? Let's not go back into CIA. It boils the blood, as they say. Let's try a different level. What did we say? Where else were we missing Aztec stones? Yeah, save up.
Phew.
Let's check out the stats. Was it? No. It was Killer Marathon. Of course it was. Maybe let's check out Golden Dragon GP. At the very least, it does add some level of three-dimensionality. Oh, you know what? Let's just go to Killer Marathon Beyond. We'll get some XP there. What do you think, Bad Dog? Well, there's your answer.
Let's kick some ass!
And to your health, for mine is long gone. Very much a poster ripped straight out of the World Fair. I wonder if that was the intention. And I believe the objective here was to make it through Before the timer ran out, maybe? Hey, it's a long-awaited DLC. Now show me a good time. Welcome to the world of Killer Marathon. 42,195 kilometers of straight-up murder. Now run, fight, kill. Dance the insane waltz of slaughter. Start here at Odaiba and head for the goal at Akaska Studio. There waits the undefeated champion Silverface. Hey challenger, buck up. This additional stage is long. We did you a favor and cranked up the difficulty to max 2. That means traps are everywhere, and one-hit deaths are a thing too. Gamers these days like it super hard. Do we? And check out the rad level design. But don't worry your pretty little head, because sweet is stupid easy. Alright then, on your mark. 3, 2, 1, go. So you raised the bar for me, huh? Bitchin'. I'm gonna turn Silverface blood red. So we got a 3-minute timer. No, I did not. Am I? these guys. Maybe I'm not listening to kill them. I do only have 90 seconds left, so there's that. And down I go. Fair is fair.
You're just a fool.
Whew. So maybe not the best place to level up. Did I even get a good experience doing all that? Definitely not. Let's go back to the trailer. Maybe what we will do... I guess the most reasonable thing to do, really, if we are intending on leveling up Shinobu, is to actually go back to the CIA level. Unfortunately, fortunately, sure, let's go ahead and save. And I think at this point we're going to take a quick break here, folks. Maybe get one more drink before we turn in a nightcap, if you will. Let's just go leave old Travis here. Alright, so I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Gonna take a quick pit stop and find something else to drink tonight. So I'll see you on the other side. We are back. Welcome back to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. I'm your host, Ale Wolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, the excellence of an execution, brewmaster for the Order of the Shield Lycan, and welcome to Friday, at least in my time zone. It's been a long night here, folks. Our main objective thus far has been to try to level up Shinobu Jacobs, the last character in Travis Strikes Again No More Heroes, as far as I understand it. And certainly it's been taking a while. We've been trying to go through some of the last few levels here to get some experience from her, but it's kind of an uphill battle. I think we might try our luck once again in CIA. I feel like we've already seen a lot of that though, so we might continue just bouncing around older levels. I think that's kind of more fun for everyone. So I think that's what we'll do. But before we go back into the action, let's go ahead and check out what's untapped. Untapped. And this is something that I've had exactly once before on stream. This is a barrel-aged Old Rasputin. And we've had Old Rasputin a number of times, but this is the barrel-aged version. Old Rasputin is, of course, a Russian Imperial Stout. Stout being a dark beer, an opaque beer, made using darker malts, things like crystal malts, chocolate malt. There's a few others. Of course, oats are also used in stouts whenever you make oatmeal stouts. There's a wide variety of ways to make a stout, but the thing about that is let's say some of the iconic things about them is the fact that generally you roast the malts before you actually put them into a boil, and this roasting process does give it just like a little bit of a raspy or a toasty flavor to them. They're very rich, they're very heavy, and they're generally higher in alcohol content. Now, a Russian Imperial Stout specifically suggests that, number one, it is favored in Russia, that is where it emanated from, but it also suggests that it has a higher alcohol content. Now, when you're talking about barrel-aged beers, the aging process is actually done inside barrels that used to house specifically bourbon. And of course, bourbon is one of our favorite spirits. It is a whiskey that has corn added to it. I think it's like 40% or so corn. So it's a little bit sweeter. And that actually lends itself to giving the beer a slightly sweeter edge to it. It's almost like a molasses type of raw, sweet flavor to it. Let's see what Untapped has to say on the issue. Switch to and I realized that I just killed my song there. Maybe I shouldn't do that, but that's okay. We love spring. So 11.6%, so we're in for a ride here. For the past few years, barrel-aged Old Rasputin has been released in such limited quantities that it has been available only at the brewery retail shop in Fort Bragg, California. However, we have received so many requests for this beer that the 12th anniversary North Coast Brewing produced enough Old Rasputin 12 to put into broader distribution. There's certainly not a flood of it, but it is available in select areas. I like the fact that it qualifies it. There's not a flood, there's not like a giant ocean of barrel-aged Old Rasputin, but there is some. We guarantee that the barrel-aged Old Rasputin 12 will be worth a search. It is amazing stuff. Aging oak whiskey barrel adds a level of complexity that amplifies the espresso chocolate notes in the flavor profile and takes this unique beer to new heights. So let's go ahead and see if that rings true to us. Let's go back to And let me switch this over yonder. One thing that I would like to advertise is just the fact that I did add a few more songs to the old playlist. I do love my lo-fi. It is only second to how much I love beers. And so right from the top, the nose is something to be commented on. It is actually very strong sense of bourbon. With all bourbon barrel-aged beers, you can definitely get a very strong nose of the bourbon itself. So kind of like a grainy sweetness to it. Very lingering, like I like to think. Fang and ale, dear viewer. And it is light in body. I want to say 2 out of 5 in terms of heaviness. Kind of a cola richness to it. I like to think that the stouts that are heaviest in terms of alcohol content but light in body have like a cola type flavor, in the sense that it's like a cola pop without the fizziness. There's very rich sweetness there, very much like molasses, really, like a raw sweetness, very unrefined but very clawing, and so you can feel it throughout your palate. In terms of like the mouthfeel, it kind of just drapes your tongue. It's not creamy per se. It is well, what's the word that I'm looking for here? I guess clawing would probably be a good flavor, because it kind of just drenches your tongue in that sweet mapley flavor. Yeah. So it's almost as if it gains dominance over your palate. And of course, it is more than not very much a sipping beer. So sip up. Let's go ahead and update our ticker here. And you know what? While I'm writing that, we'll go ahead and take a quick intermission. So I'll see you all on the other side of this very short break for some more Travis tracks again. Alright, so let's get back into the game. I think our audio settings are where they need to be. The only thing that seems to be playing is... Okay. Let's go back and Maybe we should continue Death and Donuts. That seemed to be fun. I honestly just don't want to go back to CIA. It's a thing of
You
mine.
will decorate my blade.
So we were working through the second floor. I kind of just continue to relish in the fact that Travis has a beam katana, Shinobu has a real katana, and Batman just has a bat. Alright, 203. Let's go. Okay, and I think this is a different level. Is this like a switch back and forth, or is it a single time activation? Seems like it's single time. Is there a different way around this? Did I not activate this switch? Ah, I see. Oh, imagine that. And immediately this barrel-aged beer is already having effects. All for the better. I do like to think of these beers as a tackling fuel. Oh, ales, well, the references to the Adam Sandler Waterboy never end. You know, one thing I was watching earlier, I did see on YouTube a trailer for the live-action Saint Seiya movie, Knights of the Zodiac. Saint Seiya happens to be one of the anime that I very much enjoyed as a youth. It was probably the second anime that caught my attention. Back in the day, of course, I used to watch it in Spanish. Caballeros del Zodiaco, we used to call it. Rather, Knights of the Zodiac. It was a whole thing. Not only did you watch the show, but it was like cross promotion with like figure collecting. like figures, like action figures, but like figures like still shots of the show that you would put into a book. We used to call them albums. Almost every album are the same exact thing. And of course there was action figures, but because I used to live in a third world country, that the action figures were actually knockoffs from the real ones, rather the original ones, because Saint Seiya figures were made of metal. We used to have a lot of plastic ones. So anyways, point being that it is very much one of these formative pieces of media from my childhood, and every time something comes out for it, I pay attention. Not that anyone is asking, but I'm sure everyone is asking. My favorite saint was Yoga of the Cygnus, or rather the Swan. But would you have guessed differently? Oh, it's the ninja. Apologies for that, folks, but the cough doesn't let up. How far away am I from a level up? Only halfway there. Wait a second. Aw, come on. I'm gonna have to repeat this one more. And it's funny because the Cygnus Saint infused ice powers. And I think that informed my preference for Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat. For that part. They say we're still trying to reach absolute zero. Okay, wait, charge up here. I really like that super kick. It's probably my favorite attack with Shinobu. Look at that. The door. It's kind of interesting when you think about it, the types of things that your mind latches on when you are a young person and it's almost as if those memories select you in the sense that these are the things that are going to stick with you for the rest of your life. It's not every single memory that you have as a young person. Absolutely not. Why did I go in there? But yeah, as I suggested, it's almost as if those particular memories select you rather than the reverse. You're always waiting for that call that never comes. Alright, let's try this one more time. That is something that I've never reached. take. So maybe with Shinobu it'll be different since she's quicker. Maybe. Okay. It seems feasible. Wow. And again, let's go ahead and equip the quick chip. Which is, I think, the double O. Wow. Yes. No, before we move on, there might be a huge boss. I wonder if it was specific to me choosing Shinobu. I know that she's a bit quicker, but I don't think she's that significantly quicker, and I remember trying this out with Travis a number of times. Looks like I went all the way back. And Azteca Stone, which is something that we were missing from this level. Imagine that. So now all we've got to do is wrap up this level. I like it. It's good. Of course, now we're going to go into this bullet hell scenario. Bloody heck. Let's go.
Get cooking!
Only one left. Maybe I can actually survive as Shinobu. Wow, that was precarious. And battle ahead of her. Oh, thank goodness. So, I don't think there's any more levels in the 200s, so let's go save up, charge up, and keep going. I really like the scarf on Shinobu. On certain occasions, I like to wear scarves, and whenever I do leave just long ends so that they flow if I move quickly enough. Not that it ever has a similar effect, but it is something I like. I think we are probably close to wrapping up here, folks. Maybe one more level and we'll call it a night. I think we made good progress. Did I even check if I could level up? It's 1840, so maybe by the end of the next one we'll be able to. Elevator? And actually, I forgot to check our stats. Four out of 5, so we're missing exactly one there. Once again, not that we need them, but I want to have them. And for those of you just tuning in to the end of our stream, we're enjoying a barrel-aged Rasputin. The end of the world. Killer Marathon got to you. Oh, it definitely did. So my plan was to get experience from it, but I completely forgot about the fact that it is a time-based level. And so trying to grind there doesn't actually make sense. So it goes, you live and you learn, as they say. What's a killer marathon when we can dabble in the life of coffee and donuts? I want to try to understand what is the story being told here, with the lower levels being like a desert wasteland, then like the mid levels being like a forest, and then the upper levels being like a treetop town. Ooh,
How lovely.
treasure. I don't think I did that the first time. What is this blue thing? Oh wow. I never knew that there was things like that. Yeah, the very least we avoided the damage. Wow, apologies for that, folks. Couldn't hold that one back. I almost feel like we're back in Tomb Raider. That is the original PC game. Subject of a lot of speculation.
Move away!
Ah, just money. Can I actually move forward now? Indeed. Huh. More money. And there's a secret. There's a door here. To what? Who knows? So that's it? That's just the exit? Okay, now I feel like I gotta go back in and see what happens if I take the donut instead. And 2250 is the number that I'm trying to get here. Okay. Come on, guys, you gotta stop making me dance. Spirit of platforming lives on. Alright, get ready to Beautiful. Very matter of fact, Shinobu. You mean this underground temple? And I go, this is the first time that I stumble upon it, so. And there's that door there, but. Oh, look at this place. Ah, there you go. And that link with the last one. Jeez. Ah, I hate these punks. Okay, clearly we gotta select here, change characters here.
It's game time.
Get over here, you. Just get used to saying old-timey movies. Why I oughta. But that was really like a place where if you're not prepared, you would just get pummeled. Okay, good times. I think that is actually the last Azteca stone for this map. Let me go check out the page. Let's check out the scoreboards. That is a very old reference. Alright, not here. Coffee and donuts. Look at that, 5 out of 5 Azteca stones. I think we're good. I think we're done with coffee and donuts. Certainly not in real life. I hope we've got a few more chances to enjoy those. Whew. Oh, and the old wrist crack. Actually, before we give it up all, let's see if we've got one more level in our sleeves.
Phew.
Ah, so close and yet so far. We'll manage it next time. No. Okay, I think we're in the clear. That was a hefty session. Once again, apologies for the late start here, folks, but I've got obligations, as they say. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight's stream. Like I said, it wasn't really anything breathtaking or anything like that. We got Shinobu all the way up to level 6. Not necessarily as far as we thought we would get. But this was gonna be an uphill battle no matter what. I think next time we might continue doing this sort of thing and maybe just continue our cozy chats. We'll see how I feel about the whole situation, I guess. We might just jump back into CIA and try and collect those missing Azteca stones. Because I guess now we're on route for 100% completion. Anyways, if you like this sort of nonsense, tune in tomorrow at around this time. I will be doing my bar fight corner, and I will be playing for the first time King of Fighters 15, which is a game that I've heard a lot about. I've played a lot of King of Fighters in the past, but this is the first time that I'll be playing King of Fighters 15, so I'm very excited about that. I will do terribly. I might take some matches. But most of all, I want to play as Yori because I really like Yori. If I could cosplay as someone, it would be Yori. But that's enough of that nonsense. See you tomorrow, Inaiko. Thank you very much for your company and thank you very much for the banter. Really appreciate it. And I hope it goes well in your travels. But to everyone else watching, enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend. Do the things that count for you. Even if you have to do the things that count for others, make sure that you satisfy those very basic needs because if you're not doing that, then what's the point of waking up? At least that's how I like to think about it. But yeah, let me grab this cup. Stay thirsty, Elpac. We'll see you again.